Jake Asman Show will begin shortly. Thanks to all these great Patreon members who help support the show. Get your super chats ready. Jake will be here in just a moment. If you love the New York Jets, this is the place to be. And now, the Jake Asman Show.
The latest from Jets practice. Several key players are starting to stand out. We'll get into that and much more. Matt O'Leary will join us. It's the Jake Asman Show. Show number 2 on the day. Let's hit it and get it started.
Man, AG's first training camp with the New York Jets is underway.
We bleed Jets green each and every day. Will the playoff drought finally end? Kings of the offseason, baby. This is what we do. At least we have Garrett Wilson. We have Breece Hall. Please subscribe and hit the like button below. Super chat, baby. Cut the line. We have Sauce Gardner. We have Quinn Williams. Prepare to be underdogs. Now it's time to talk all things New York Jets. It's the Jake Asman Show.
Here we go. Show number 2 on the day. A quick reminder, if you ever miss a live YouTube show and you want the show as a podcast that's in audio form, Apple or Spotify, search the Jake Asman Show and you'll find whatever you might have missed. Leave a 5-star review. It will help us continue to grow on the audio side. Let's say hello right now to a good friend of the show who joins us in his weekly spot, the great Matt O'Leary. Matt, happy Thursday. Appreciate you always hopping on. Training camp in full swing. We got a Green and White Scrimmage on Saturday. Let's go, baby. Football is finally here. Hall of Fame game tonight.
I know. I am probably way too amped up for this Hall of Fame game. That's just going to be an absolutely horrendous football experience.
Trey Lance starting.
Yeah, love that. But it's not too long ago that we both were at the Hall of Fame game when it was Jets-Browns a couple years ago.
Yeah, no doubt. I'm looking at the line right now on FanDuel. The Lions are a 1.5-point favorite. I don't even know who's playing quarterback for them. I just know Trey Lance is starting for the Chargers.
Yeah, I don't know. You got to be a real sicko if you're throwing bets on the Hall of Fame game, but who knows? A couple hours from now, me on the couch, you never know what's going to happen.
I might be a real sicko because there's no baseball, and the Mets are off today. Yankees are in a rain delay, and even if they were going to be playing, it doesn't sound like the game's going to be resuming anytime soon. The weather in New York, by the way, just absolutely horrendous. So hopefully everyone is rocking a gustbuster and staying dry. With that said, Matt, some takeaways from today's practice. Connor Rogers from SNY and Badlands was there. So I'm just going to put up his tweet. We can react to some of his takeaways and then talk about the latest with the Jets. Connor, he noted right away that Olu Fashanu looks like a franchise left tackle. Consistent, smooth, and pass pro, but the new element is added strength to push people around in the run game. Very high ceiling and clear he put in some serious offseason work. I've been hearing from a lot of people that Olu has looked awesome at camp. Will Parkinson said he looked like the best player on the field today. I think this is awesome stuff in regards to Olu Fashanu. What do you make of this report here from Connor?
Yeah, that was one of the things I talked about in my video this afternoon today, breaking down what happened at training camp. And I referenced both, what Will Parkinson said and also what you had there from Connor Rogers. And you got to love it, right? Like coming into the league, I think we knew the kind of player that Olu was going to be. He was going to be very good in pass protection, but I was impressed with what we saw from him last year in the run game, and that taking another step forward, I just think raises the ceiling that much higher for him. Like you look around the league and specifically in the conference of the AFC, I think he could be one of the best left tackles in the AFC this year. That's how much stock I'm buying in Olu Fashanu for this year.
Wow, you are high on Olu. Love that. And hopefully he lives up to his billing because let's not forget, like when Olu was picked, the thought process was he was the second best tackle of that draft class. Like it was him and Alt forever. And then you had the workouts that certainly changed some things. But the perception of Olu was he was pretty close to like I don't want to say can't miss, but like the floor with him was incredibly high coming out of college.
Yeah, it was. And if you remember at the end of, what was that, I guess 2023, when they won a couple games, people were upset because it took him out of the Joe Alt and Olu Fashanu running. And then little do we know, Olu ends up falling and he was there for them at 10. They trade down and end up taking him at 11. So I think he's been good. And I think it's going to continue to progress here going into year 2, where these tackles usually take a step forward.
Some more takeaways from Connor Rogers. He wrote, after Garrett Wilson, the wide receiver reps seemed very open. Brandon Smith had the biggest day. Multiple touchdown grabs. Uses his big frame to shield coverage. Wouldn't surprise me if that shows up in preseason games. There's been a bunch of recent tweets from reporters at practice talking about Brandon Smith. Your thoughts on him? Have we overlooked him? Are you buying into any of the hype here on Brandon Smith, who once upon a time played college ball at Iowa, potentially making the Jets 53-man roster?
I think he has a chance to. It really depends on how many wide receivers the Jets plan on carrying this year. I think 5 are pretty much locks at this point, with Garrett, Josh Reynolds, Tyler Johnson, Arian Smith, and Allen Lazard. Those are the 5 they're absolutely going to take. Are they going to do 6? Are they going to do 7? And then you have guys like Jamal Pritchett, who gives you some special teams. You have Brandon Smith in there, and then Malachi Corley and Xavier Gibson. So of the 4 that are on the bubble, I think Brandon Smith has shown the most, at least right now through training camp. But as you know, Connor kind of referenced there in the tweet, I'm excited to see how these guys look in the preseason, because I think the game situations are going to have a lot of weight going into the decision making.
It's going to be fascinating how many receivers they keep, because you're right. It feels like there's some obvious locks, but can someone else emerge in that room that we're not talking about? I mean, it's wide open, as Connor talked about. Doesn't feel like anyone other than really Garrett Wilson and Josh Reynolds have like established like their roles. Like, I feel like Reynolds at this point, I'm comfortable saying he's the clear-cut number 2 receiver in this offense.
Yeah, without a doubt. I think those two, with Garrett number 1, Josh Reynolds number 2. And I think, you know, we're sneaky getting to Tyler Johnson being wide receiver 3, maybe even over Allen Lazard, which I don't know if going into camp, that's what I thought. But just looking at, again, just volume, right, where the targets are going, we're seeing a lot more Tyler Johnson than I think we are Allen Lazard. So very interesting to see how this wide receiver room ends up shaking out. I know it's not very good from wide receiver, 2 on, but they do have a ton of options. There's like 9 guys, potentially fighting for spots. So we'll see how it shakes out.
More takeaways from today's practice. We're going through Connor Rogers' observations. He was there. Connor, of course, covers the Jets for SNY. He's on their pre- and post-game coverage and does the Badlands podcast with the great Joe Caporoso. By the way, Joe Cap just had another kid, so congrats to the Caporoso family as we talk about Connor's co-host for a moment. Connor noted Jets are very deep at corner, but don't sleep on 2024 fifth-round pick Quantez Stiggers. Physical and sticky in coverage. I'd want him on the 53-man roster. Stiggers looked good last summer and then never really got a chance to play a whole lot. I am curious, another year of, professional experience for him. We know about his story in Canada, what he could be. I just don't know there's a whole lot of opportunities for him to play on this team because of the depth they do have at that position already.
Yeah, I was just going to say, especially when you add AZ Thomas to this, I don't know what kind of role Quantez could have on this team at the cornerback room. It seems like AZ is the next man up if anything happens with Brandon Stevens, whether it's him not performing or AZ just, coming on the scene quicker than maybe we anticipate here. But for Quantez Stiggers, I'm really not surprised that he's having a strong camp because, as he referenced, he did that last year too. Kind of thought the same thing with JBC a year ago. He had a strong camp and then was kind of quiet in the regular season. So I don't know. I would assume he makes the team, Quantez Stiggers, but I just don't know what kind of role he's going to end up in on this football team.
More takeaways that we'll get into, but I want to acknowledge this super chat. Big Country says, thank you again, Jake. I won a Garrett jersey this morning, and I already have one, and Jake was nice enough to let me get a Sauce jersey instead. You are a good guy, and we all appreciate what you do. And hi, Matt. Obviously, we're not going to focus in on the nice things Big Country said about me. We're going to focus in on the hi, Matt part. Matt, is there anything you'd like to say to Big Country?
Hello, Big Country.
Also, Big Country, you're the man. Appreciate your support. And let me do a little breaking news here for you, Big Country. You're the first person to enter the raffle on this show. Surprise, surprise, ladies and gentlemen. How about a signed Wayne Corbett jersey? We'll raffle away at the end of the program. I got it right here, baby. It is ready to be sent out to one lucky Asmaniac. All you got to do is either send in a $10 super chat like Big Country did or get the channel membership for your chance to win. I also want to bring up this comment here from Larry. He says, isn't it weird that there was no AG press conference today? That's because both Steve Wilkes and Tanner Engstrand and Chris Banjo, so all 3 of the coordinators, were made available today, which is why Glenn did not speak. He will speak again tomorrow and then obviously on Saturday after the Green and White Scrimmage.
Yeah, it was interesting to hear from both Tanner Engstrand and Steve Wilkes today. Always like hearing from the coordinators. Usually Thursday in season is the day that we hear from coordinators anyway. So maybe just getting into that routine a little bit early, but especially with their, they're focused on one side of the ball. Glenn's focused on everybody, but you have Wilkes with the defense. So intriguing to see who he thinks, or who the OC thinks is standing out and looking good in practice.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you're watching live right now, we're talking with the great Matt O'Leary in his weekly spot here on the Jake Asman Show. Please hit the like button. And more importantly, if you're a Jet fan, our subscriber numbers are starting to grow again. This fan base is jacked up. People are excited to talk about football. It's the final day of July. So make sure you go right over there. You hit that red subscribe button and you subscribe to my channel. And make sure you subscribe to Matt's channel as well. More takeaways here. Connor Rogers writing, contract year Quincy Williams looks scary, flying around, blowing up plays. I have my concerns about Jets defensive tackles not named Quinnen, but they have a lot of speed at linebacker behind them. This backs up what I've been hearing from people I've spoken to. Quincy looks real good. He looks explosive in this defense. And there's been a couple plays that the Jets have posted. And Dylan Terraman, shout out to him, he pointed this out on his Twitter account. The Jets posted a clip of Breece Hall. You could see the linebackers are both blitzing on it. Like the Jets' aggressiveness is going to be awesome because for years, they just didn't blitz a lot in Saleh's defensive scheme. And Quincy and Sherwood are two of the faster guys in the league. I'm excited for both those guys, but especially Quincy, because 2 years ago, he was a first-team All-Pro. I still think he has that ability.
Yeah, for sure. And this seems like a perfect scheme for his skill set when you look at what he's able to do as a blitzer. There's a couple that pop out, not that they blitzed a ton, but the huge hit he had on Kyler Murray last year, the game-sealing sack, the strip sack against the Denver Broncos a couple years ago. This is a guy who at the linebacker spot would not shock me at all if he's upwards of 5 sacks on a season, which you just don't really see that for Jets linebackers because they don't really blitz all that much. But that's going to change with Steve Wilkes and Aaron Glenn. So I'm with you. I think it's a perfect fit when you have two linebackers with the speed that the Jets do.
To me, the big question with the defense, and Connor hit on it, right? Quinnen Williams, who's next to him. And by the way, Quinnen Williams, I see Big Country's asking for an update on it. There is no update because Glenn did not speak. I don't believe it to be serious. Otherwise, it would have been reported. But you never want to mess around with a calf. So Quinnen left practice because he tweaked his calf, the Jets said. So, look, make sure he's 100%. It's July 31st, but I'm not going to be worried about Big Q yet. I think we all got to take a breath.
Yeah, it doesn't seem serious, which is obviously a good sign. But just like they did with Fields, take it slow. No need to rush him back. It's still early enough in camp.
100%. Hit the like button once again. If you're just tuning in, we're going to get to some of the super chats coming up here. Give people a chance to win a Wayne Corbett signed jersey during the show. One other takeaway here. Nick Folk, he came back. He didn't miss. Crowd apparently was loving it. Nick Folk today, blast from the past, Matt. He was 6 of 6, I read, including a couple makes from 50-plus yards. Harrison Mevis, who still is competing with Nick Folk. They didn't just sign Folk and say you're automatically the kicker. They're going to make Folk have to earn it. Mevis missed 2 kicks today. Nick Folk, 6 out of 6. Let's go, man. Nick Folk's my guy. He's your guy. He's the guy that we need to end the playoff drought because they haven't been to the playoffs since he was on the Jets in 2010.
Yeah, I was going to say a little nostalgic, right? Maybe he's the missing piece for the Jets to get back into the playoffs like it's 2010 all over again. I don't know if you saw the picture that the Jets tweeted out of Nick Folk today, but he looks 5,000 years old in that picture. That did not do him any justice. And seeing him in the number 18 is weird, man. I know Tyrod's rocking number 2, but with all the good memories from Nick Folk in the early 2010s, seeing him in 18 looks a little rough.
Yeah, it looks so old.
Doesn't it look like, like the Snapchat age filter was just put on his face? I don't know. Looks weird.
Welcome back, Nick Folk. 6 for 6 today. Here's another photo that the Jets themselves posted on their website of Nick. I think this might be the photo that you're referencing, Matt, because, oh, my God, does he look like a grandpa?
Right, exactly. And he's 41. Like, I don't know why it just didn't. And I want him to win the job. I'm not saying, like, oh, he's old and he can't be the kicker. He absolutely can kick, but looks like a leather glove, man. We got to get some moisturizer for our guy, Nick Folk, here.
I love it. I love it. Nick Folk, we love you. Welcome back. Hennessy with a super chat. Clemens having a good camp. Haters look away. I'm not willing to go that far yet, but Steve Wilkes did give credit to Clemens and said that he's been impressed and he is having a good camp. I'm not going to say haters look away. I'm rooting for Michael Clemens. I just have a lot of doubts that he's actually going to be like this good football player now. Like, he's 28 years old. I think he kind of is what he is, and I hope I'm wrong. That's kind of how I view Clemens at this point.
Yeah, 100%. Like, he's going to be here whether we like it or not. And I was one of those who, when doing offseason predictions, I thought cut him, you save $3 million. It makes sense. But he's the third edge right now. And with Jermaine Johnson out, he's running with the one. So obviously we got to root for him to play well as Jet fans and hope that, this scheme and the coaching unlocks him a little bit more. I don't think he's going to turn into, a plus starter, but if they could salvage him and he could be okay as a rotational guy, that's enough of a win for me.
Comments, questions, as always, your super chats, they will in fact cut the line. This is the last day of July, which means if you join the Patreon from now until midnight, you can get your name added to our countdown ticker. Plus you get all the other perks. And if you join the Patreon right now and you sign up for the year, 10 raffle tickets are automatically applied to a daily raffle and to our weekly raffle. A huge shout out to Gary Miron, who signed up for the entire year earlier today. So Gary, I got you accounted for 10 in the weekly and the daily raffle coming up here. The Wayne Corbett signed jersey. Go to patreon.com/Jake Asman Show. Once again, shout out to everyone on Patreon. Without you, this show wouldn't exist. So thank you to everyone there for their daily support. Matt, some other takeaways here, this time from Zach Rosenblatt. We'll go through some of his observations from today. Zach writing, would say overall a rough day for the offense. Had Justin Fields completing 5 of 12 passes with 1 INT and a touchdown to Mason Taylor in 11 on 11. 1 for 4 in 7 on 7. It was a mix of drops, good coverage, and some inaccuracy too. It does feel like it's going to be a lot of up and down with Justin Fields in this offense as they're learning a brand new system. It is good to hear that Mason Taylor continues to produce, though, because he's such a major key to this passing attack.
Yeah, he absolutely is, and I think he's going to play a really big role in this offense. But with Justin Fields, I don't think the progression's going to be linear. I think there'll be days where, maybe he looks a little bit better, and then there's going to be days like today where the defense wins the day. And with, the star power that the Jets have on defense at all levels, it's kind of easy to see why. And I know that sounds like a built-in excuse, and I don't intend it to be that way. The point that I'm just trying to make here is it's not going to be top of the line every single day for this guy. Like, that's just not how he's been through the first 4 years of his career. And I think that probably goes to the regular season. I think there'll be weeks where he looks really, really good, and there might be weeks where it's a little bit rough, but that's what happens when you have a quarterback who's been on, a couple teams already 4 years into his career and on his third team in his 5th season.
Zach Rosenblatt also noting that the run blocking has been stellar. Breece Hall's done a great job in camp hitting the holes the offensive line has been creating for him. There was a little more pressure in the passing game than usual, though some of those can be attributed to Fields holding on to the ball too long. I had sacks on Fields from Jay Tafili and Andre Sisco, with some other notable pressures coming from Quincy Williams, Phil Darian Mathis, and Derek Nandi. I got to be honest, I had no idea who Mathis was until this tweet, so that's on me to look up there. But I do like hearing Sisco with pressure and a sack. I mean, that's a safety blitz right there, if I do say so myself. Obviously, hearing Quincy's name is great. And it's, to me, going to be really interesting getting back to the running, the rushing attack. We know that Breece Hall is going into a contract year, and at times he's looked like a superstar. Braylon Allen, despite some knee soreness, keeping him out of practice now the last 2 days. He's had a great camp based on all the reports. I know you were there on Saturday and watched him go off. Like, the rushing attack is the key to everything for this team. It will open up the passing attack. It will get the defense to be rested and ready to go when they have to go out there and play. So I'm encouraged early on. We'll see how they look when we get the joint practices and all that comes with it. But I think early on, for a Jet fan base that watched them be one of the worst running teams in the league last year, the signs are very positive about this rushing attack, a week and a half into camp.
Absolutely. And, Rosenblatt had another tweet too, where he was talking about specifically the right side of the line with Elijah Vera Tucker and Armand Membu and how good they've been in the rushing attack. And I just think the two of them, when they get out in space, like, that was their calling card coming into the NFL. And one of the reasons why they were drafted so highly was because, the athleticism, and the Jets have a lot of athletes on this line. So I think it's going to be a huge part of the offense. Again, like, when you have a quarterback like Justin Fields, you're going to run a lot, but specifically with these backs, having an offensive line that can create holes and get out in space and really make big plays is going to be huge.
Comments, questions, super chats. They cut the line. This one's from Alan, who says, if you had to pick who to play in a 5 wide receiver set today, who are you going with? Alan, you're in the Wayne Corbett signed jersey raffle for 5 with this. Thank you very much. And Matt, I'll give you the first dibs at the answer here. Your 5 wide receiver set today.
I think it's going to be the 5 locks that I just referenced before. So that's Garrett Wilson, it's Josh Reynolds, it's Tyler Johnson, Alan Lazard, and then Arian Smith as the 5th.
I think I agree with you. I'm trying to think, could there be anyone else just for like a certain look they want? But I mean, no one else has really emerged. So I think you just got to go with the 5 guys that feel safe on the team.
Yeah, that's where I'm at right now. Maybe you can make a case for a guy like Smith, or maybe you want to get the gadget guy and Malachi Corley out there. But frankly, I haven't seen enough yet from Malachi Corley this summer to elevate him into the top 5.
Yeah, and let's be real. If the Jets have to play a 5 wide receiver set, something's gone horribly wrong.
You're not going to see many of those in game, I don't think.
Yeah, like were they down by 40 and they're just like throwing every play? Like, that's not going to happen. But Alan, appreciate your super chat. You're in the raffle for 5 with that one. Some more takeaways from Zach Rosenblatt here, just going through his observations. He mentioned Brandon Stevens again today, and it sounds like he's been really good. He wrote, Brandon Stevens had a great day and has been having a really solid training camp overall. He battled with Garrett Wilson and won his one-on-one matchups and drills today. Also broke up a pass intended for Wilson in 7-on-7 and 11-on-11. What's your take on Brandon Stevens? Are you starting to buy into him being a real player for this team?
Yeah, I mean, I certainly hope so, right? They gave him some pretty decent money for over a 3-year period, so they're betting on that happening. Last year was so rough for him, which I think is the reason why most people are down on the signing. And, you know, to be fair, I wasn't a huge fan of it, but if he's closer to the 2023 version of himself, then he'll be a fine starting outside corner, which, you know, so far in summer, I think, you know, as the report says, he's looked pretty good. There was really only that one highlight of Garrett Wilson catching a pass over the top of his head. But besides that, I think he's been fine, right? Like, no, not a lot of penalties, not a lot of, you know, mistakes, getting beat over the top. So that's hopefully something that translates to the regular season, because if he's playing more like what he did last year, then we're going to be on AZ Thomas watch pretty soon.
Some other miscellaneous notes from today's practice. We already talked about Quantez Stiggers. Zach Rosenblatt noted him as someone that played well today. He held his own in coverage, almost picked off Tyrod Taylor. Arian Smith is so fast that sometimes he outruns his spot, which led to one throw from Tyrod being a little behind him, and Smith dropped it. So that is certainly something that we're all going to see. You know, when the lights come on in the preseason, can Arian Smith corral any passes thrown his way? Can he build on that to have some sort of role in the regular season?
Yeah, I mean, we know Arian Smith is fast. That's the obvious thing that we saw from him in college. We just need to see more consistency. And to his credit, I think he's been pretty good with the drop so far. I think this was the first one that I've heard of in training camp, which, you know, that is a good sign. But the consistency, that's what I want to see from him in these preseason games. And as you said, when the lights come on.
Ladies and gentlemen, Frank P is the first Asmaniac to send in a 10 spot or just any gifted membership. So if you got a membership from Frank, you thank him.
Get your ass off my super chats. Some of these are gifted memberships too.
Hey.
The hell with it.
Frank, thank you. Here are the 10 listeners who are now channel members: Siberian Nightmare, Brooklyn Jets, Sean Weedle, All Sports, Carlos, Dave from New Brunswick, Donovan Morgan, Make the Jets Cool Again, JC716. They, hold on. One more. 3MC. Can't forget about you, 3MC. Frank, you are the man, my friend. Good luck. You're in our signed Wayne Corbett jersey raffle for 10. We got more super chats to cover here as we talk with Matt O'Leary, breaking down the latest from Jets training camp. Jet Set Fool writes, and I keep seeing reports of Brees fumbling. Do you think there is any cause for concern, especially in a contract year? I don't think so. I've heard Brees has had a really good camp. In fact, we just read you the commentary from Zach Rosenblatt of The Athletic saying that he thinks Brees has been really good so far this summer.
Yeah, I think I only correct me if I'm wrong, but I think Saturday was the only day that he fumbled. And you'd like to see 0, obviously, but that's the only one that I remember seeing. I'm not crazy concerned with it. I think that obviously was an issue last year, but I'm expecting a bounce back year for Breece Hall, especially with the offensive line that we just talked about. It's going to be perfect setting things up in the run game, and we know what he can do as a pass catcher.
Big Loyal joins the Asmaniac raffle for 2. Smells like a top 5 rushing team and hopefully at least a middle of the pack passing. If they're a top 5 rushing team, middle of the pack passing, I think the Jets win 9 or 10 games.
Yeah, I was just going to say they're a playoff team if both those things happen. I am significantly more confident that they'll be close to a top 5 rushing team than I am middle of the pack passing, but you might be able to even do like 20th in passing and 5th in rushing and still hang around the playoff spot.
How's the coaching, right? I mean, you feel like it's pretty damn good if they're able to get Justin Fields to be a middle of the pack passer and then the top 5 rushing attack. I mean, you're feeling like, wow, like we got something here for real.
Yeah, Tanner Inkster might be hired as a head coach if that's what happens.
You know what? Good problem to have, because I remember we all said, oh, LaFleur, he'll be hired away if Zach Wilson crushes it. Well, good problem to have.
Yes, I wish that happened.
Oh, man. If you want to join the show, phone lines are open. Andrew, I don't know if you meant to attach some sort of question or comment to your super chat here, but thank you. And if you made a mistake, just write it in normally. And if I see it, I will bring it up on the screen. J-Boy says Hall's nervous with Big Allen biting at his heels. Once again, I think we're making too much of this. To me, Breece is still the de facto RB1. And also, Braylon Allen right now, he's missed the last 2 practices with knee soreness. Like, Breece is still the guy. We like the idea of Braylon Allen, but Breece Hall has had a year already in the NFL where he was second in the league in yards from scrimmage behind just Christian McCaffrey. Like, Breece has proven to be a really, really damn good player. He's going to get the first dibs at being RB1.
I also think the Braylon Allen profile picture is showing a little bias here.
Yeah, good point.
But I love Braylon Allen. That's not a knock against him, but I think it's a 1A, 1B situation. And I do think Allen's the 1B. He's going to be utilized, and who knows, maybe after this year, Allen ends up being the RB1 if, Breece Hall is either traded or just leaves in free agency or whatever. But I think the majority of this year, Hall is going to be the 1, and then the 1B will be Braylon Allen.
JR Jet with a $2 super chat. He says, Glenn seems to be the real deal. I'm in. Hashtag Jet up. It's amazing how fickle this fan base is. JR Jet is already sold on Aaron Glenn on July 31st. Your thoughts, Matt?
I'm sold too. I've been sold since January, man, since the opening press conference.
Yeah, baby.
So welcome to the club, JR.
I love it. Andrew C. in the raffle. He says, I want the Corvette jersey. Well, I'll tell you what, Andrew. All right. You better pray to the Asmaniac Wheel of Champion gods here if you want this signed Corvette jersey. It includes the certificate of authentication. You can't see it because it's like buried in the sleeve here. But I promise you, it is in there, Andrew. So good luck. You are in for 2. All right. Phone line's open. We're going to get to your calls coming up here. Speaking of Aaron Glenn, what was your take, Matt? Because first time that I've had you on since, the comments from a bunch of these players have really been coming out after like every press conference. The perceived shots that the current Jets players have been levying at the former coaching staff. What do you make of that?
Yeah, I just think it really shows how much things have changed, right? And the words that players keep tossing around, intensity, aggressive, physical, and we didn't really see that with Robert Saleh. And, how the season finished last year, I think this is exactly what they needed. I think they needed a no-nonsense coach, someone who's going to come in, hold guys accountable, really put an emphasis on tackling and trying to limit penalties and being a disciplined football team. It's kind of old school football. We saw that on Monday too, when they were doing the open field tackling drill. I like it. I think it's, exactly what this team needs to get going in the right direction here.
Hit the like button, comments, questions, super chats. They cut the line. Matt O'Leary is with us here as we talk all things New York Jets. The other comment from Glenn that I loved was when he basically tried to push back on the idea that, oh, he's just, he's Bill Parcells, right? The media loves to ask him about that. And he's like, I'm Aaron Glenn. And I just like how comfortable Glenn is up there. I don't know if it means he's going to be a great head coach or not, but he doesn't sound like a guy that is a first-time head coach, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I agree with you on that. And I think he's handling that the right way because it's so easy for him to go, yeah, I'd love to be Bill Parcells, great coach, one of my mentors, and same thing with Sean Payton. But I like that he's going to stay true to himself. And sure, he's going to take things from guys like Bill Parcells or Sean Payton or Dan Campbell and whoever else he's worked under. But, he's got to do things his way as well. So I'm totally good with the confidence in himself.
Calzone Moto says, great head coaches are only as good as the staff around them. 100%. And give credit to Rex Ryan when he got the Jets job. You know what he did? He recognized he already had a decent staff. He left Schottenheimer in place. He obviously retained Mike Westhoff, and then he brought in his own guys. You know, Glenn, he started completely over with everyone besides Sean Jefferson, the wide receivers coach. So all these hires, they're on him. The O-line coach, I think, is so important. Angstrom as the OC is even more important. Like Aaron Glenn's tenure definitely will be defined, I'm sure, by a lot of these coaches he hired.
And I love, too, that he added a veteran in Steve Wilkes, who has some head coaching experience, too. I know it's on the same side of the ball that he comes from, but I think anytime a first-time head coach can have someone on their staff who's at least gone through being a head coach before, whether they were successful at head coaching or not, I just think that's important to have to lean on.
Jet Set Fool writes in, do you think at any point before the season that we explore one of the available free agent wide receivers? Still nervous about our depth behind Garrett Wilson. Matt, your thoughts?
I understand why Jet Set Fool is nervous about it, but I would be pretty surprised if they added a veteran wide receiver. I just don't think that's the route that they're going to go. I think they feel comfortable with Josh Reynolds as their wide receiver too, for right or for wrong. And I think we're going to see a lot of the running backs and the tight end Mason Taylor involved in the passing attack.
I agree with you. I just think at this point, they've made their bet. They want to see what they have. And I don't think they want to invest in another receiver. Although, like, Keenan Allen's still out there. You know, if you told me that Gabe Davis was brought in, I wouldn't mind that. I for the life of me, just still can't believe Allen Lazard's a Jet. And it's not like he's making all these plays in training camp. Like, he's just kind of there.
He's just existing, right, as like the third or fourth receiver. It's very odd. They reworked the deal, so obviously I think they want him here for some reason, but it's strange. I don't get it either.
Comments, questions, your super chats, cut the line. Let's take some calls now. Gusbuster Umbrella Hotline is where we are headed. We're standing by, ready to point at all of us, is none other than...
He's pointing. Garrett Box, I'm pointing at you. Garrett Box, I point at you. Garrett Box, I'm pointing. I'm pointing. I'm pointing. I'm pointing. Garrett Box, point at you. I point.
Yeah. Thank you for that intro, because I was not expecting you to go to me that quickly. I thought I was going to be like 12th on your line. How's it going, Matt?
Good. What's going on, Gary?
Are you upset that I did not win the AsmanJake tournament, so I will not be at your wedding? Is that upsetting to you?
A little bit. I think you'd be a good wedding guest.
All right. I had a couple of things. First, just yesterday we talked about Malachi Corley and how, like, why should anyone think he's any good when multiple head coaches have no use for him, it seems like. I want to flip that around and ask if that same logic applies to Michael Clemens. The last coaching staff liked him. This coaching staff seems to like him. It's two good defensive minds. They both seem to have a use for Michael Clemens. Is he better than we're giving him credit for? Is he more useful? Is there something that maybe the untrained eye like myself isn't picking up on with him?
I don't know. That's a good point, right? Because you show the flip side, like you were saying yesterday with Corley, where it's two guys who have no use for the guy, and then Clemens, both Saleh and Glenn seem to like him. In a rotational role, maybe he can be okay, but I have my doubts about him if he has to play like 50% of snaps like he was a year ago.
You don't want that like last year, but what I'm saying, running downs, third and ones, is he better? Is there something I'm not picking up on? Like, because I tried to be his biggest fan. He's from Texas. I love his story, but he's not any good, it seems like, to me. Like, I tried to defend him, but it's like, this is going nowhere. But another coaching staff who put together a great defense, a great defensive mind, seems to have some type of role for him again. There's got to be something more to it than what we're seeing, right?
Well, he just might be the best of the rest. Like, it doesn't mean he's good. Just compared to his peers, he might be their best option until Jermaine's ready.
Right. I mean, obviously, yeah. I mean, Jermaine's going to get most of the reps, you would think and hope. Oh, I had a quick question before I forgot. I've been meaning to ask you for like 2 weeks straight. Cole Thompson, He's got the SEC football channel. It's a little off. Do you know the name of his channel? I've been trying to look for it. I can't find it.
SEC Unfiltered.
SEC Unfiltered. It's that time of year again, Jake. We don't have a Longhorn content creator like you that does it twice a day, year round. So I need to get ready.
I'm glad because I don't want to lose you, Gary. I mean, if you were watching Longhorn stuff instead of this show, I mean, I wouldn't be the same person.
You want to do Longhorn shows?
No, definitely not.
SEC football. I actually miss the Big 12 days. I like being in the Big 12 better than the SEC. I know I'm weird like that.
Well, you're weird, but that's not why.
Right. I mean, there's a bunch of other reasons why, but like to me, Big 12. That's Texas. Texas is Big 12 country. SEC is the Southeast. That's Bama, Mississippi. That's not Texas.
But none of this matters anymore because you have Rutgers taking on USC in the
I know.
in the Big Ten.
It's ridiculous. But like, okay, for the football players, it's fine. But like, what about like the tennis player who's not on scholarship, who still has to fly from Rutgers to LA and then take a test the next day, right? Like, this is across all sports. It's not just football. Like, this affects like the actual student athlete who has to graduate, right? Because he's not going to the NFL. Like, it's not great. It's really like they were regionalized for a purpose. But I digress on that. The other thing is, when you read the headline today, I know it's just how they were reporting, the offense was bad. And it's just like the verbiage I hate. Why don't they ever spin it the other way? Why don't they say the defense dominated? Glenn's defense dominated. Why they got to make it look like the offense was enough? I'm not blaming you. I'm just saying that this is the pessimism of Jet fans. Why can't it be the defense was extraordinary? Why can't it be that?
Well, I mean, we gave you one tweet from Rosenblatt where he said it was a combination of drops and inaccurate throws from Fields on some of them. So, it's not like the Jet defense was dominating if there were self-inflicted wounds by the offense, right?
But were they putting pressure on him? Were they making him uncomfortable?
Yes.
Was the coverage extraordinary tight where you had to try to fit things in? I wasn't there. I don't know.
I get it. Your premise is not wrong. I just think like what I'd like to do as someone who's not there is either bring on someone who was, or in the case of having Matt on, someone who's well-versed in keeping track of what's happening by the various people we know who are there and understanding what we're looking for. And you make your own opinions off that.
Yeah, my greater point is that Jet fans, and I love Jet fans. Jet fans are the best fans, but it's not uncalled for. They're extremely pessimistic. They are. Like,
yes. They haven't made the playoffs since 2010.
That's part of it.
I'm not saying it's unjustified. I'm just saying, like, let's try to new regime, new head coach. He seems to be off to a good start. Let's not go in there doom and gloom like we're going to win 4 games this year. Let's try to have some optimism going in
7 and 10
the preseason.
7 and 10. Smell it.
I go 8 and 9, and Jake goes real lips to God's ears. I'm not just saying that for 8 and 9.
That's how damn bad we are.
Yeah. I know. I get it. And then the last thing, Braylon Allen. I wasn't a fan last year. He got off to a good start the first 2 weeks, 3 weeks. But after that, it was actually pretty bad. Why is he just RB2? Like, why are we just going to say, you're going to get a bunch of carries a day, you're going to get some touches, and you're RB2? Like, why is he better than Davis?
Well, the coaches have determined that so far based on the reps.
In training camp, he has looked better in camp than Isaiah Davis. Although I will agree that I thought Davis down the stretch looked better than Allen. I don't know if that's the case right now in camp.
I was not. I know guys like Allen, and he's big, and he gives you like Brandon Jacob vibes, like let him get downhill. I just didn't think I know he's super young. He's still like 21. Like, he's still one of the youngest players in the NFL in his second year. So again, I'm not writing him off. I'm just saying, objectively to me, if I said who was better at running the ball last year, Isaiah Davis was. That's like, you could disagree, but like, it's kind of my take.
I agree with you. I think he was better last year.
Who's got more upside, though? I think it's Braylon Allen. I mean, he's 20 years old, 21 now.
I'm not saying cut him. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying, like, I just feel like he's being handed RB2. We're going to get you 7 touches a game. It's like,
no, I think he's earned it with how well he's played in OTAs now in the training camp. I guess what's happened.
All right. And then Matt, that's really all I got. Best of luck to you. Good luck on the wedding, bro. I had a question, but it slipped my mind.
You're saying best of luck to him on the wedding that's not till November? We're already doing best of luck in July?
Yeah, I guess. Yeah. Well, I feel like I don't see Matt that much, but he's been on fairly.
He comes on once regularly. A week.
Well, I appreciate it.
Is it every week?
Yeah.
Oh, all right. Okay. Well, How's the wife? How's the fiance doing? Is she bridezilla? Is it like crazy, or is she good with it?
No, her mom's definitely worse with it.
Okay.
He's fighting with the mom and the wedding planning. So we're in the home stretch now. We got pretty much everything set, but just some little things now.
Every bride's gonna be a little crazy, but like all things considered, like what I've seen my friends and their wives go through, my wife wasn't that bad either. It wasn't like they're all gonna be a little crazy leading up to the wedding, but it's to be expected, and there's no avoiding it.
Are they calling your fiance's mother a momzilla?
A momzilla?
They could. They have momzilla. I'm gonna tell her after this show. She'll love it. She'll agree with Dylan.
Gary, I think overall a pretty good call. I enjoyed where your brain was just spewing stuff today. Enjoyed it.
All right. I took my notes. I took careful notes so I would come on in an organized and prepared format.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, Gary 3D Boxing.
Gas station pizza is better than a Big Mac.
I think we're back. I'm having it. StreamYard's doing that thing where it plays the video on loop in my ear, so I have chicken and pasta, pizza, like just blasting in my ears, man. All right, we're back. That was brutal. All right, we'll get to more of your calls. Craig writes in, disturbingly normal call from Gary.
Yeah, that was pretty good. He was pretty structured today. I like the notes format.
Yeah, you had a lot to say. I do love the best of luck on the wedding in July.
We're gonna get that from now until the wedding, like every month probably.
Matt, best of luck on the wedding. It will be like August 7th.
After every appearance on the show, that's how we got to end it.
Last chance to get your question answered by Matt. Plus, we'll get to more of your calls here before we say goodbye. I'll stay on for the rest. For those of you just tuning in, signed Wayne Corbett jersey is the top prize I'll raffle away. If you don't win, make sure you still gift the membership anyway, because you have a chance to win a signed Broadway Joe Namath jersey, signed Nick Mangold jersey, and a signed DeBrickashaw Ferguson jersey as our top prizes. Super chat here from Andrew, who says, why don't we sign Christian Wilkins? Maybe the Jets need some kisses. Never know. Your thoughts on Christian Wilkins as an option?
We can't kiss the homies in the locker room on the head anymore. What is this? Maybe. I don't think it's something that they're going to really go out there and try to do. I do think he would be an upgrade over what they have, but Byron Cowart is the lead guy in the house, in my opinion. I just don't see them adding a guy like Christian Wilkins at this point.
Chris with the super chat. I feel that the interior of the D line should be addressed in some capacity. I feel like Quinnen getting banged up highlights the need. I mean, yeah, I mean, they don't have a lot of depth now, unless like they completely surprise us with some of these guys they brought in. So I agree. I don't know why they didn't draft anyone to that room. I continue to just be dumbfounded that you had a historic amount of defensive tackles come off the draft board this year, and the Jets, who had a huge need there, didn't do anything.
Yeah, our guy Dom C in his draft guide had like 75 players who had at least a 4th round grade, and they passed on each one of them. A little strange. Did they even? I was going to say they signed a UDFA, but I'm second guessing myself now. Leonard Taylor was a year ago, so I don't even know if they have a premier UDFA at defensive tackle.
Rick Gordon checks in. Rick, we'll see you in Tampa, baby. Hall and Allen will complement each other very well. They have very different styles. I could see Davis in the mix as well. O-line is key. Davis sounds like he's the third down back from what I've been reading.
Yeah, it seems that way. And I think he's going to get his usage too. I don't think it's going to be just Hall and Allen. I think we will see some Isaiah Davis. And we want to talk about drops. He's had a couple in training camp, at least 2 so far in the last few days. So he's got to clear that up a little bit.
Hit the like button if you're just tuning in. Right now we have 307 people watching live and only 117 likes. So the math is not mathing. Hit the thumbs up and it helps the channel grow. It's free, and that tells YouTube to show this video to more Jet fans who could join our community. Here's what we're going to do right now, Matt. I need your opinion on something that is critical to the future of this show. Okay. In honor of the Azzies wrapping up, we're going to do one last poll today. The Needs an Intro poll is about to be live. And ladies and gentlemen, the 4 people you see on the screen, you will determine which Asmaniac will get an intro video next. Papa Jet, Chef Kevin, Barbarossa, and Neal. Which one is the most deserving of a Gator-made intro? That's for you to decide because, ladies and gentlemen, voting is now live. So vote for the final time in honor of the Azzies coming to a close. More calls right now. Tristan is next with us. Hello, Tristan.
I appreciate you always bringing me on, Jake, with Matt, yo. What's going on, Matt?
How are you, Tristan?
Are you good luck on the wedding? That's what I came on to say.
Love it. Into this.
That's all you got for us?
But no. What I really wanted to talk about, like Gary had a question about Clemens and stuff like that. Let me tell you something. Clemens, his boneheadedness and his out of position. You wouldn't him being out of position a lot is what makes us mad, but let's hope that coaching could fix that, right? Quinnen Williams was out of position a lot last year too with bad coaching, and they just said, "Hey, go figure it out." And I could say possibly that's what he was doing. He shouldn't be an end. He should be a 3 technique at his size. Maybe he's an end in the SEC, setting the edge, really powerful left tackles that can move and different stuff like that. But if he's a 3 technique, a second string 3 technique in this defense, I do think that with his motor, he could come along. The problem is he does Draymond Green things without a Draymond Green pedigree, and it hurts us. But if we could get block punts from our backup 3 technique, if we could get, stuffed lines from our backup 3 technique, that'll be good. And I really wouldn't mind seeing him on the team. Kristen Wilkins, that's really interesting. That's something I didn't think about. I kissed the homies on the forehead. If that's really what he did, I thought the way that they made it seems like he like assaulted somebody, you know what I'm saying? Like, and I don't know. I kind of disagree with him being cut after hearing that information. But he's always been a high motor player, high passion player. If I'm not correct, like he's a champion, like he knows how to win. Putting him and Quinnen on the same line could be possibly something that could take us to the next level. So I would definitely look into it. And maybe I wouldn't pay his contract of what he was quote unquote worth 2-3 years ago, but I would love to see him in a Jet uniform. I hated to see him as a Clemson Tiger, but I'd love to see him in a Jet uniform. Matt, have you been to camp? And what are you seeing? My favorite player right now, just because he grew up as a fan and he got to play, he's not my favorite player, but he's the guy that I'm rooting for the most, is Jeremy Ruckert. Is there a chance to see him on the field in 2 tight end personnels? And have you seen any of that in practice?
Yeah, I went on this past Saturday, and they were running a lot of 2 tight end stuff out there.
Mhm.
So I do think we will see that a lot. And right now, Ruckert is the number 2 tight end. He's ahead of Stone Smart. He was getting a majority of the reps. He's had a couple of mistakes, I think, either yesterday or at one point earlier this week. He had either a false start or lined up off sides, and they yanked him out of the play. But I understand why. He's a fan favorite, local guy, grew up a couple towns over from me. So easy guy to root for, and hopefully it clicks this year for him.
Well, I mean, you got to understand his highlight reel that got him drafted to the New York Jets is Fields to Ruckert, right? So they have chemistry just like him and Garrett do. We've talked about Garrett and his chemistry a lot, but we haven't talked about what Ruckert could do as a last resort for Fields on the field in tight situations. So I really feel like that's going to be something to look forward to, and I'm looking forward to it myself.
Tristan, excellent call as always, my man. Appreciate your support. Matt, couple things that need to be accomplished here before we say goodbye to you. The first is a challenge that's been levied towards you. Beastbreaker writes in, Matt, do you want to challenge me to a hot dog contest?
I would lose. I think Beastbreaker can put down significantly more hot dogs than I can. I don't think it'd be much of a contest.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's ask the man himself.
How you doing, boys? Just watching some weird shit. We're ready for football, aren't we? I'm just getting ready. I'm tired after a hard day's work. Then
I thought you were retired.
I was a little bit. But, let's look at it this way. Tomorrow I'm going to be all over the freaking place. Going to Menards, going to Food Forest, and then I'm going all the way to Downers Grove.
It sounds like, Beast, your job is just to pick up more food. Am I misinterpreting?
Hey, take that back.
That was a genuine question.
I'm a very wealthy businessman. I'm a very smart man.
What type of business are you in? You haven't said.
I'm a corporation guy. Let's get some facts correctly. I gotta worry about this right now because I wasn't feeling so well yesterday after having pain in the ribs. You gotta start thinking about the aspects and the positives in life. Because 30, 40, 50 years from now, I'm gonna be in my 70s or probably in my 90s going, where's my cane? Where's my cane? I ain't gonna, I'll be doing that. I just want to at least enjoy life. And I'm working on a.
Hey, real quick, can you just say one business that you're involved with, Beast? You still haven't answered the question.
I deal with top international businessmen across the sea, from Europe, from Japan, and you got to deal with some of the best. You got to think about that.
When you say you deal with them, what do you mean? What are you working on with them? These international businessmen.
Business associates. See, business associates have top-notch deals. So you got to remember something. You sit down at the negotiating table and you go with some of the best.
What are you negotiating?
Business trades. Like,
right, but what you're just saying business, but what specific aspect of business?
Like trade off whatever you don't want anymore, you trade it off.
Like what? Name something you've traded off.
Picture frames, pictures, old stuff that you don't need anymore. You trade it off. Like you take something what you've been waiting for all your life. Like I've had something that I've had for years that I don't want anymore. Trade it off. And no, I'm not going to cut my hair because I am way too sexy, and I'm damn well going to be man of the year this year. You can bet your sorry ass I ain't going down without a fight.
I found something I have that reminds me of Beast. Hang on a second.
Okay.
Come on. I don't know. I think that's pretty good. What do you think?
Nah, twice as sexy and twice as hot than anything you ever seen walk in the face of this earth.
Oh, look at me.
Yep, that was the first show today. For those who missed it, Matt, your thoughts on Beast's his businesses there is telling us about.
Yeah, a little import export action going on from Beastbreaker. It seems
Vandalay Industries, baby, Beastbreaker doing his thing. All right, one more call for Matt. I'll stay on for the rest. If you're just joining us, this jersey right here is signed by Mr. Third Down, Wayne Corbett. I'll raffle it off at the end to one lucky listener. This guy on the line is up for his own intro. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't have an intro for him, but usually when I bring him on, I play something ridiculous that he has done, like this.
I think that guy I know, right?
What's up, gentlemen?
Neal.
What's going on? Matt, did you see my little headline there? What I put underneath there? What's it say?
Yeah, give big wedding gifts. You might,
just saying, not pitching for an invite, but when's the date? When's the date on the wedding? I thought you had it already.
No, November 22nd.
Who are the Jets playing that Sunday, Matt?
Don't tell me you're having a Sunday wedding.
Oh, come on, Saturday. The next day, it's Baltimore.
Oh, home or away?
That's away.
Away.
All right. Very good. Where's the honeymoon going to be? Going to be, if anywhere?
Super Bowl.
That is, I wish. No, that is one of the things that we haven't decided yet. That's the last thing on the checklist here that we got.
Are you going to charter their honeymoon, Neal, on one of your private jets?
Well, you could, if you want to take a private jet to your honeymoon, it better be in the 48 states or maybe in the Bahamas. If you want to go over. You want to go overseas, that becomes a 6-figure, plane ride back and forth. So that's a little high end.
What if he uses promo code Neal?
You use promo code Neal and you get a free hour on a 25-hour jet card. And then you get, a $10,000 discount on an overseas trip. I could do that for you.
There you go.
Oh, that's fantastic.
But we'll see what happens. The only time I'll be firing a jet up is off to the Super Bowl. So hopefully we do one of those before I have my say goodbye to the world tour.
You got many years left, Neal. Plenty of years to enjoy more Jets misery.
Yep. Anyhow, I saw that little thing with the intro. Look, Gator, I don't know if Gator doesn't like me. I don't know what the story is there. I love Gator. We have
he
a
likes
lot
you,
of the
Neal.
same.
He loves
we
you.
have a lot of the same views. I guess I'm a tough guy to intro because I'm so simple. I'm not that difficult to do.
We have the outros for you, Neal, but we don't
outros,
technically have an
look,
intro.
As you know, come game day, I can make about 15 intros during a 2-hour pregame at the stadium, and that's where I turn into like some kind of crazed maniac. Normally, I'm pretty down low key, but then when it comes game day and we got to put when the ball gets kicked off, it's all business. It's all business, gentlemen. Just like Aaron Glenn, it's all business.
You like
I
Glenn,
like
Neal?
guys. I like what I see with his practices. I like what I see, and I was talking to I won't say who it is, but I was talking to a very negative Justin Fields guy, and I brought up the fact that if you look at the Eagles, right, and you look at Jalen Hurts reminds me a lot of Justin Fields. He doesn't run as much anymore as he used to, but the key with these running quarterbacks is you can't look at it and say, well, is he going to throw for 20 touchdowns and 4,000 yards? He doesn't have to throw for 20 touchdowns and 4,000 yards. He has to do 12, 13, 15 touchdowns, maybe 18, keep the interceptions low, and score 12 touchdowns. That's it. You score 12 and you throw 15, that's 27. That's good enough for us, right, guys?
It's possible. The running attack is what it could be, and the defense is back to what it has the talent to do. Yeah, I mean, I don't need Justin Fields to, be a prolific passer. I just need him to be able to, as you said, not turn it over, move the chains. Hopefully he's coached properly, right? This team should be great in short yardage. They should have long ball control type of drives that keeps the opponent's offense on the sideline. That should be their goal.
And what I envision with this offense, okay, I don't want to just see a pony package every so often with Brees and Braylon. I want to see these guys on the field together almost every down. Because if you put, you got to look at Brees as a receiving back and a running back, a guy that could break one long. Then you have Braylon Allen in there who could act like a fullback in front of Brees on certain plays, also catch the ball. I mean, you have so many play calls that you could run off of that line, out of that offense. And, you just put both of them next to Fields, let him take a snap, and just RPO all the way down the field. I mean, how are you going to stop it? It's going to be very difficult to stop. There's going to be a lot of soft defense on them. If one guy's going one way and the linebackers move there, you have the other way. Then you have Justin Fields up the middle. Then you have Braylon up the middle. Then you have Brees on a short screen play. Then you swing it out to Brees. Then you go to Garrett. I mean, they have so many options that they could do that I'm really looking forward to the offensive play calling. And that's going to be, really the determiner on how well we do this year.
Let's go, Neal. I love it. That guy needs an intro, I'm telling you.
The shirt pull over the cigar is just incredible.
Amazing. By the way, Neal, Gator wrote in, love you, Neal. Intro for you was an oversight because you have so many goofy clips to play. Because the beauty of a Neal call is that he always claims he won't make 13,000 points. And we all know that that's not going to happen. That Neal was born to make many, many, many points, which is why we have outros like this.
Jake, I've made all 13 of my points. Before you cut me off again, I'm going to throw myself out this goddamn window.
And we also have this one.
These goddamn exploding cigars. I gotta go, Jake. I'll call back later. Shit.
But, Matt, I'll tell you what. I'm looking at the voting right now. Neal's in first, 40% of the vote. It looks like it's a two-horse race for this. Neal at 40%. Chef Kevin, a legend, the man hosting all of us at the Cloverleaf Tavern on Saturday. He's neck and neck with Neal. He's at 31%, so 9 points back of Neal. It's going to be a battle to the end, Matt. I'm excited to see who wins.
Yeah, it should be a good battle. I think both are deserving of intros, so you can't go wrong either way here.
Matt, plug the channel. What do people need to know about Matt O'Leary NY on YouTube?
Yeah, at Matt O'Leary NY on YouTube and all socials. Right now, we're doing daily recaps for training camp. So follow along if you want to stay up to date on everything going on in Florham Park.
Matt, you're the man. Thanks for the flexibility with the time today because I had radio. So appreciate you as always. Keep killing it.
Absolutely. Thanks, man. Talk soon.
Matt O'Leary with us there in his weekly spot. All right, we got more people on hold, so I'm going to get to more of your calls. Also, quick reminder, I just saw we had a viewer spike. Signed Corbett jersey. At the end of the show, we'll raffle it away for anyone who wants in. Jets Johnny in the house. He's been a channel member for 15 months. Johnny, you're the man. No disrespect to other Asmaniacs, but Chef Kev deserves the intro. I got him an emoji. Now let's get that intro. Go Jets, 15-2. Can you hear me? Sign me up for 15-2. Damn.
Look at me.
I'll dress up as Beast doing the hula. The Jets go 15-2. I'll do it for an entire show. What do you say, Beast? Me and you will dress up like a hula woman.
Oh, whoa, Chico.
What?
Whoa.
What? If the Jets go 15-2, you won't do it?
You know who I am.
Look at me.
We'll do it together. Me and you, hula, all of it.
Do you know who I am?
You're a wizard, Beast. You're a wizard.
Abracadabra. I'm a biker, damn it. A real biker.
Beast, thank you for the time. Let's say hello to Man with a Jet Tattoo, who's next up on the show. What's up, man?
Hey, Jake. How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Listen, I wanted to ask Matt a question. Maybe you'll know. I've been reading about this undrafted free agent defensive lineman, Peyton Page. Have you heard about him?
From Clemson.
Yeah, he's getting some pretty good reviews.
He's played well so far. I'm curious to see if it continues. He's a guy that if he's going to make the team, he's got to show it in the preseason.
Yeah, I'm gonna look forward to watching him because we sure could use another defensive lineman.
100%.
Anyway, Beast Business. I found out what he really does, and I bought a Beast doll imported from China that actually...
Ladies and gentlemen, sports fans of all ages, welcome to the event of the year, the moment you've all been waiting for. This is the Asmaniac Rumble.
You don't get it, do you? You don't get it.
Hey,
You think I'm so... Hey,
I love your new doll.
Shut the hell up. Shut the hell up. You don't know who you're dealing with, buddy. You don't want none of this. I don't think you want to go here with me. You're really testing my limits. So if I were you, I'd back off. Back off. Back off. You think I'm playing with you, buddy? Buddy, I don't think you want to go here. You don't want to go down this road with me. I will shoot your ass.
Look at me.
This ain't a game. You're playing.
Hold on. We got breaking news.
Bad move on your hand.
Hold on. There's
move.
breaking news. Breaking sports news.
Time out.
The Knicks just signed Mikal Bridges to a $150 million extension.
That's
just
a
happened.
beautiful thing.
Jake, what are your thoughts on that?
Go New York, go New York, go.
Look at me.
Well, Mike, I appreciate you giving me the breaking news. I thought you had something to add to the Rumble, not give me the basketball update there. I am not surprised that they signed Bridges long term because you could always trade him after the fact. You were not going to let him play out his contract. And a big thing with hiring Brown is that they think there's more to Bridges' game offensively than we've seen. So let's hope they're right. Because Mikal Bridges, I think, is a better player than he showed for a lot of the regular season last year. And to his credit, he had some huge moments in the playoffs, but that's kind of what I figured. All right. Maybe Beast has calmed down a little bit. Beast, how you feeling? What's that? I have no balls?
I'm going to say it one more time.
What's up with you having to say what you're typing? Like you just said to all the haters, you have no balls.
I'm more of a man than what none of this planet got. This
Are you able
21st
to
century
type
has no balls, no
without
guts,
having
no
to
brain,
talk?
not even any testicular fortitude.
Nobody gives a shit.
Thank you, Beast. All right, more calls right now. Back to PBM. Mike, your thoughts on the Bridges deal. There you go.
Yeah, I actually was. I thought it was.
Nobody gives a shit.
No, I'm just kidding.
I thought it was a reasonable deal because what we heard was he had to get a max, and that's not a max deal. So
Yeah, he took less, so that's good.
So I like that. As far as with the Jets though, so I just thought of this now. If he has the Daniel Jones, if Fields has like the Daniel Jones type of season, where it's the 15 touchdowns and 3,000 passing yards, good not great. Are we going to be forced to extend him like they were with Daniel Jones, or since we have that extra year, we wouldn't do that?
I don't think they would have to extend him. They might want to do it if they can get him at a reasonable deal if they're sold on him being the guy. But he's not a free agent, whereas Daniel Jones was. So that's the difference. So the Jets have Fields under contract for another year.
So even if that does happen, we go to the playoffs 9-8, win a playoff game. We're not going to be flooring the franchise if he doesn't work out because we still have that extra year.
Well, I mean, they could want to maybe get ahead of it if he has like a Sam Darnold like year, and they're like, we have our guy. Like he'd be 26, you'd want to sign him long term, but you don't have to. That's the benefit. Like if Fields is just okay, maybe he's your bridge starter next year until the rookie you take in round 1 is ready. In that scenario,
I'm just hoping Fields is the guy. The more and more I see him on the reporters and whatever, I really like the kid. He's got a good head on his shoulders. I hope he makes it. I hope he's our Baker Mayfield.
That's the best path for the Jets. Like that's like best case scenario. Like they found their guy. They don't have to use a first round pick and go through the growing pains of a rookie that we have no idea if he's going to be good a year from now. You know?
Hell yeah. Let's go Jets, baby. Justin Fields truther. Let's go.
You're Justin Fields truther.
Yeah,
My
and
God.
Aaron Glenn truther now too. Let's go.
Purple about Mike, he loves the dark night. He's got a green pool and he jumps right in. Maybe someday he'll get a brown belt, but for now he's just that purple belt Mike. Purple belt Mike, it might be purple, but he can still kick your dirty ass.
Thomas Bradshaw just joined the Patreon. Thomas, I'm putting you in the raffle. Congratulations. You're in for one because you signed up for the month. More calls right now. The Lup Man is on the line. What's up, Lumpy? Lumpy, I can't hear you. Testing. Nope. Can't hear you. Call back. We'll bring you right on.
Look at me.
All right, back to Lumpy. See if this works. Hello, Lumpy. Nah. Man, tough. Ladies and gentlemen, Nutty Nurse, please enter me in the raffle. Nutty Nurse, you dog. I got you. You're in the raffle for one. Nutty Nurse. Or does that say Naughty Nurse? Charles Gorman's fantasy, as we all know. Let's see. Mike Perez says, Jake, you know who he has business with. The real people of... Never mind. Well done, Mike. Beast is an international man of mystery. We just don't know what businesses he's operating, but we know they're out there. We just don't know what. 4 minutes till the MLB trade deadline. Is there another big move that's about to happen here? We got a Bridges contract extension randomly. The Mets and Yankees have been making moves today. Let's see. The Yankees just got Jose Calabrio from the Rays, who they're playing right now. So this guy's literally going to be pulled from the Yankees-Rays game that's ongoing and walk from the third base side to the first base side. He's tied for the Major League Lead with 34 stolen bases. It's a good bench bat right there. And he replaces Peraza now as the backup shortstop. It's a good move. The Yankees have had a nice deadline. They have. Mets have a super bullpen now. Good stuff. All right. More calls right now before we wrap. Get in the Corbett raffle if you haven't. It's right here, baby. Greatness, Mr. Third Down. Speaking of greatness.
I got my Iron UJ I hope you like my Jets take. You know they call me David T. It's not easy for me to see, but if you bring me full stream, you might like what I had to say. I'll need to get real damn close, cause my vision is dog shit.
Hi, Jake.
David T, how we doing?
Oh, I'm doing good, and I do have a comment about Coach Joe a little bit later, if you will. But I'm a Justin Fields truther. My concern is, and I think it could dictate his career. You know, the reading of the defenses and the touch on the ball and the accuracy. And I'm just wondering if that can be taught by coaching, or it is what it is.
He's got to be comfortable in the offense, and hopefully with more reps, he will. He's just never going to be a prolific passer. Like that's kind of that's kind of the MO on him. Like he's gotten better, and I think if they had the right offense designed for him, play action, maybe roll him out a little bit, have easy 1-2 reads between Garrett and Mason Taylor and Brees to funnel the offense too. They could be an effective passing attack, but I don't think he's ever going to be like this great drop back passer.
But if he's not going to be a prolific passer, can he get, with this coaching staff and the offense and all that kind of stuff, that he could be the quarterback of the future? If not, then they'll have to try to draft somebody next year.
Well, that's the unknown, right? That's the unknown on what he specifically can be with the Jets, because it's a brand new staff. We don't know if this staff is any good or not.
Right, exactly. And something that bothers me, Jake, on this morning's show, Coach Cho, I'm a big Coach Cho fan, and there are a couple people, talking about him being dry or whatever. I guess I'm a different kind of person, but I just, they say he doesn't have the personality or whatever, but I see it different. I mean, he is what he is. He's a bona fide coach that is responsible for kids and everything. But and maybe his show won't take off. But I mean, when he's pausing and not talking, you're almost like, what's going to come out of his brain, So I'm a big Coach Cho fan. Anyway.
You believe in Big Cho?
I do. I think he's a cool person. I'm not jealous, but envious of what he does for a living, coaching, kids. And yes, I'm a big Cho fan.
David T, riding and dying for Coach Cho, folks. David T, you're the man.
Thank you, Jake.
I've got my eye on you. Checkmate me, full screen, bitch. Fireball, whiskey time, David motherfucking T.
Now, what do y'all want? What do you want? Go to another car, please. I don't want to talk right now. I'm in a regular shit mood. I said move along to another call. I'm not in the best of moods. I said move along, please. For my sake. Look, do I have to explain to all you numbnuts out here? If y'all are smoking cigarettes and doing this stupid shit, making me look like I'm the idiot. It's all of you guys, the certain haters out here who have no gall, no balls, no guts, no brains, and very little say. Like right down here, past the teeny itsy bitsy weeny little brain. Find it if you can do it. Let me just say this one time. August 9th, get ready. August 16th, be hungry. August 23rd, finish the job. Earn your keep. If you want to be here, if you really want to be here, earn it. And don't come crying to me telling me, oh, I made a mess and I messed up.
Big fella with a great super chat. I tried to get Beast to acknowledge it, but he didn't do it. He says, analyzing what Beast said, I think he may be an eBay seller. These raffle entries are for Beast. He puts up with a ton from us. Trey Lance, versus Hendon Hooker tonight. We're back, baby. Hall of Fame game. Football is back. We'll all be excited for about 10 minutes and then be like, it's the Hall of Fame game where no one plays. But Trey Lance is playing. He's a bigger bust than Zach Wilson for what it's worth. No one talks about that. Omari with a super chat. Mikal Bridges, Jets, and Knicks. Let's get the chip. Well, I think the Knicks have a better chance, but I will not be upset about either. Super chat from Jetstream. Jets going to be over 500. Let's go hit the over. Look, the Jets go 9-8. Give Aaron Glenn coach of the year. Sign me up for that. Lumpy, are you there? The Lump man. Let's try again. Hello, Lumpy.
Yeah, that was embarrassing, Jake. Sorry. We're having a lot of thunderstorms going on here like crazy. The freaking place is just pouring. I don't know if you saw that. So this stuff is flickering. I should have reset everything like I did, but now I'm back on. All right.
You sound great, Lumpy. All good.
Thank you. All right. So that was a little embarrassing for me. But anyway, Jake, just got to say, great show again, like always. I'm excited. Today is football, right? A few minutes, we're going to get some football, even though it's shit, but it's football. Coaching staff is everything. We know that's going to happen. The coaching staff, it can't be worse than last year. Saleh was just focused on one side of the ball and one-dimensional. Glenn is going to be both sides of the balls. He's multi-dimensional. We're going to see blitzes going on, not in the preseason, but we're going to see a difference right there. And that difference is going to really lead to more wins. We do have talent on this team. And it's encouraging to see that the coaching on the defensive line and the offensive line and the schemes that they're going to be doing is actually going to relate to wins. I see it. And now we brought on Nick Falk. I mean, on Facebook, they brought all his game-winning kicks. The guy is an iceberg, man. I mean, last year he did what? What did you just say, 29 to 30 or something last year? He missed one. I mean, the guy, why not bring that? I mean, that's what we need. A little bit of veteran on that side to secure those wins that we would have won last year. I'm really excited about that. And as far as the Asmanias and the intros, like we said, where we're going, we don't need intros because look at what's going on here with the new guy, the tattoo jet guy. You know, he brought all kinds of contact, and there's going to be more new callers. There's going to be more things going on. And that's why I love the show, Jake. You never know. You never know what's going on.
It's true. I say it every day. You miss a minute, you miss a lot because this show could be crazy at any time, Lumpy. I mean, a year ago, we didn't know who Beast was. A year ago, we didn't have man with Jets tattoo calling in or just go down the line, man. I mean, Barbarossa, the Rookie of the Year nominees, they were Rookies of the Year because they're new. So every year we had new people that
and the OGs will be back once they start playing. Like, where's V, man? We haven't seen him in a while. Did Chiefs fan ever actually make a call? I mean, he made one.
We haven't heard from Chiefs fan in a very long time.
I mean, all of these things are going to start happening again. It's going to be even crazier than last year. And if we start winning, Jake, oh my God.
Wouldn't that be nice?
Wouldn't that be nice, yeah.
Lumpy, you're the man. I'm glad you figured out the audio. From Lumpy on Long Island to Craig down under. Craig in Australia. Hello, Craig.
G'day, mate. How you going?
What's going on, Craig? You look fantastic. It's morning there, right? Yeah, it has to be.
It is. I am in the future. Yes, it is. It is 7:30 a.m. Beautiful morning. I'm at a Tesla supercharger to get a few volts into the car before the chaos begins. If I could have got on earlier, I would have been able to let Matt O'Leary know, give him a proof of life that I'm okay after I got wasted by Nate on his bike on 7th Avenue in my last trip. So I'm good, but I'm ready for the next incident in Manhattan. So we are 8 weeks to the hour that we will arrive in Manhattan. All 6 of us, all the kids are coming. They're ready to meet all the celebrities, things like that. I said to my 17-year-old daughter, "What are you going to do when you meet Jake? Are you going to fall to pieces?" She said, "I'll probably cry." I said, "Well, that's okay. That's okay. He probably gets that a lot."
Oh, yes. People just are in tears when they meet me for all the wrong reasons.
Happy tears, I'm sure.
Yes, I'm sure.
I have a question for Beast. Beast, what products or services do you exchange for money? Can you tell me?
You want me to try and ask him?
That? I don't know. Is it a safe thing to do?
Hey, Beast, you there? Beast, I got a man who's actually an international businessman on the line. Beast, you could talk shop with him. Beast.
So I'm thinking, He did talk about, trading across the water, which would be the Atlantic to Europe. Would he trade across the Pacific to Australia? Maybe we can do business. I can introduce you to some people down here. Let me know. DM me if you ever come back.
Well, I'll tell you what, Craig. If we ever hear from Beast again, I'll try and
Oh, we
connect
will.
you guys.
You know that we will. You know that we will. Anyway, this exact time in 8 weeks, we will be hitting Raising Cane's with the kids in Times Square, because that is our routine. When we throw our bags at the Hotel Edison, have a quick old fashioned at the Rum House, straight for some fried chicken, and hopefully meet as many people as possible. The kids are off their chops about meeting all the characters that are available when we get there.
I love it, Craig. I can't wait. It's so cool that you're coming back with your family this time. They're gonna have a great time.
America's gonna never seen anything like it. It'll be chaos.
Let's
Good
go,
chaos.
baby. Grab your boomerangs, people. Craig is coming back. Let's go.
See you, mate. Take care.
Craig, you're the man. Drive safe at the Tesla dealership there. How about that? Omari, do we think Bridges deserved the money? I mean, he took less than the max, ultimately. Right? And from a team building standpoint, it helps the Jets. All right, the Jets. Helps the Knicks. And the second apron nonsense. Like, if Bridges waited another year, he would have been able to get more money.
Season tickets here, it's like a 30-year waiting.
You see what I'm dealing with these glitches? If you waited another year, it would have been tougher for the Knicks to field as good of a team as they're about to field. So, yeah, I mean, once they made the deal, they had to pay him and keep him. I mean, look, they traded a ton of picks for him. And they don't get to the conference finals without him last year. I think there's another level to his game, though. And that's the next step. More of your calls, shall we? Let's say hello to a man on the mean streets of New York City. Nate, Nate, is on the mic. Hello, Nate.
Jake, good morning. Oh, buddy! Did you see it? Did you fucking see that guy?
Oh, my God.
Oh, he almost took a body out live on the Jake Asman show.
Was that Craig? No. That couldn't have been Craig. That was a different guy on the streets of New York. So what is Craig referring to? Well, perhaps I have that clip ready. And that clip will play right now. Ladies and gentlemen, let's head to Times Square, where standing by is a good friend of the show, Nate, Nate. Hello, Nate.
Guys, how we doing?
Nate, how are you?
Just got on. I kind of missed the beginning of it. How we doing? Yo, buddy, watch it.
Whoa.
Oh, he took one.
Oh, my goodness.
You all right? Watch where you're fucking going, mate.
man. Wait, hang on. I know you.
We're here in Times Square with Craig live. Don't worry, Matt. I know you took the bait. I know you thought I took him out again. Don't worry. It was a different guy. Mrs. Craig has her heart in her throat right now. Someone did try to help. Someone leaned over to try to help Craig and thought I really took this man out because I did come on the pedestrian walkway. I apologize, all pedestrians. We're on our way over to the Mets game.
What a moment. All right, home stretch of the show. Wayne Corbett signed jersey raffle is coming up. I'm putting the names together now, so if you want in, now's your last chance. Andrew writes in, respectfully, Beast asked Matt to a hot dog contest. He did not specify which. It's a great point. Beast, what type of wieners are we talking about here?
Nathan's, baby.
What about Hebrew National?
No, Nathan's. No? Nathan's is number one in my book. Vienna beef is number two. Nathan's will always be number one. And you know why? Put them on the grill, they turn out sexy.
Hey, what are you eating? You just missed Craig's call. He wanted to talk to you.
Salad.
You're eating a salad? That is the biggest upset in the history of mankind.
And you know what Tony Soprano said to Bobby Bacala one time? He was like, I think you should consider eating salads. Why? Hey, get off my car before you flip it over yet. Watch the episode. You know what I'm talking about.
What do you have in your salad there, Beast?
Spinach, cheese, carrots, and also one other thing. Chicken. Play the chicken video.
I don't have that one ready. I mean, give me a second
Oh,
here.
put the
Jeez.
chicken video on it, for chicken.
You used to not like the chicken video. How am I supposed to know what you like and don't like?
I prefer the chicken video. That one, at least, hey, chicken is chicken. I just had chicken. Chicken. Hey, and no, my friend salad is not trying to kill me. It's good for you. You know what this? You know what this does? This is roughage. It helps that body too. You know, in case if you have problems, that's why you eat roughage. 90% of it, everybody does it. Have a salad once in a while. It actually helps you.
Hey, Beast, is this the first salad you've had since like what, spring of '94?
Wrong. It's been a while because things just don't go a certain way. Everybody has their differences. Everybody's different. Everybody's the same, and people are just mental.
Are you upset that you didn't get a chance to talk international business with Craig?
No, I'm just a businessman. I'm different. And no, I'm not, I don't live in Pittsburgh. I hate Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh can kiss my big old ass, especially with the gray hair there. 'Cause I'm getting old, and I'm proud of getting old.
Spencer wants to know, how come you won't plug that mic in?
It is plugged. It is plugged in. Don't
Yeah,
you
but it's
see
not
the color?
connected to your StreamYard. That's you
It's
think
already
it's working.
It's already
Okay.
there. It's already typing in different colors.
Oh, yeah.
Remember,
It's a
Crayola
mic. It doesn't type.
Crayola has over 600 colors. Don't you all read the Google?
What does that have to do with a microphone?
People don't read colors these days because people are chicken nowadays. They want to think, oh, this is all this and this and this. Bullshit. And in 2 more months, I got to get ready for one other thing. Blood work. I got to get blood work done again.
I wonder why.
Part of the thyroid. I've been having a thyroid problem for years. I'm used to it. There's nothing wrong with it. Just go in, get it done. Boom. 1, 2, 3. Then you're there. You go. You're done. You just go in. Doctor just tells you to sit back, relax, and don't tighten up. Just relax.
Hey, Genergy wants. Speaking of tightening up, is that zucchini still in your bed?
No, it's in the fridge.
Go get it.
Say what?
Genergy wants to see your big zucchini.
Wait. Go do your.
Genergy just wrote in. She wants to see your big zucchini.
Okay, time out. Let me go get the zucchini. Let me go get the zucchini first, and then do what you need to do, and then come back to me like a little bit of a drawback.
What do you think I should do in your absence?
Raffle, Vato.
Not a bad idea. All right, I'll consider it. Go get your zucchini, man. Genergy wants to see it. Ladies and gentlemen, Zach Tendler gifted a membership. He's in the raffle for 1. And Party with Peg and Artie, a 5-spot, baby. Yeah.
J-O-B, job.
They're in the raffle now for 5. Let's see. Jet Set Fool with 2 more raffle entries saying, need in on the Corbett jersey. You're in. And Dre, good old Dre. Dre, you're the man. Dre has gifted a membership. He's in the raffle as well. I got all the names compiled here. We are currently on Zucchini Watch. We want to make Genergy happy. Beast has promised us his giant zucchini that he'll showcase for all of us to sit back and marvel at. And ladies and gentlemen, the Beast is certainly a man of his word.
This, my friends, I'll tell you this: if they didn't make bicontinental missiles like this, we'd be dropping these suckers in Iran and bombing the hell out of the rest of the morons. This, my friends, is a man zucchini, but 4 feet long. And I'll tell you, this is the scariest thing I've ever seen in American history. But hey,
4 feet long, you really could hurt someone with that.
Well, didn't you ever watch the Flintstones, Jake?
I have.
You know they considered this back then a billy club right in the back of the head. Remember? Do you remember the one episode where Fred and Barney were chasing each other with clubs going, hey, come here, Barney, I'm going to get you. Oh, no, Fred. Don't.
I'll never forget it, Beast. I'll never forget it.
Come on, I've watched the Flintstones for almost 30 years. I've seen, and I'll tell you, Fred is my favorite
Genergy
guy.
wrote in, "Oh baby, that's a big one." I think she's really impressed by the size of your
Okay,
zucchini piece.
I understand that. I understand, but I'm the Fred Flintstone. I go, Barney, get over here. I'm gonna give you a. Oh no, Fred! Oh, I gotta go. Come here,
Beast.
Barney. I'm gonna give you something to cry about.
Hey, Beast, I was at the Garrett Wilson game with Genergy this past year, Jets, Texans.
Really?
Can you take out your zucchini, whip it out for us, and give us a reenactment of the Garrett Wilson catch for Genergy? Hey, move your mic. That's not even plugged in, though.
Time out. Now we're gonna be very careful on this. This zucchini ain't no ordinary one.
Special one. That's a special zucchini you had there.
Right, ladies and gentlemen. 3 on the formation line. 3 on the formation line. Get ready! Get ready! Green! Green! Green 63! Green 63! Get ready! Set it up! 318! That's it! Wait! Oh! Touchdown, baby! Woo-hoo! Yeehaw! Run, cowboy boy!
Hey, spike that! Yeah!
Come here! Come on! One more! Hunt! Go! Yeah!
Hey, thought Beast wanted to need a little a break, a little bit of positivity in his life. So I brought Muffin back out to see if Joey's around. Muffin was asking about her, left him high and dry on that birthday party. So, Beast.
He got his watermelon for he got his.
Where is he? Where's Joey? Can we see Joey? I haven't seen him in a while.
Hold on.
Muffin wants to say hello. Muffin the Cougar, because he's 3 years old. And Joey's like 1, right? Just turned 1. There we go.
There you go, kid.
There we go.
There you go. Oh, there you go.
Get side to side. There we go. It's a cute couple. Are we going to have a wedding next? Is that what it is?
Oh,
you don't want to jump the AJ Quest. Muffin. Joey, how we doing? How's Joey feeling? All right?
He's doing good.
Yeah, you had a bad day today, Beast. I figured we'd bring out Muffin, get you in a good mood, bring out Joey, right? Animals do that.
His whole new thing is, if I get him in the air, I just tell him, "Hello, Superman."
All right, we're gonna do that. I'm gonna do that too. Hold on.
He likes being called Superman.
Beast.
You know, he likes. Good boy. That's a good boy.
Beast, did I get you in a better mood? Did I get you in a better mood?
What you get? You know what time it is? It's
salad time.
Yeah,
he's gonna like that.
You know what's considered roughage.
You got to get him romaine. You can't get him iceberg. You get him regular romaine.
The romaine is for.
Yep, exactly.
And the iceberg's for.
For you. Good.
That's
Be
right.
healthy. Be healthy.
Wow, what a moment in time. To go from the Garrett Wilson catch to the guinea pig reunion. That's exactly what we need on the last day of July. All right. We got one call left and then the raffle. But first, a super chat from Dan who says, "Glad the fan ain't on and moving slowly." Amen. Dre gifting a 5-spot of channel memberships. Let's go, Dre. Good luck in the raffle. Wayne Quebec jersey. Taps any button. Joe Galino, Rattlehead Ryan Moss, and Emil Hill all received gifted memberships there from Dre. Dre's got a bunch of entries in this raffle, so good luck, my friend. You just saw him make a brief cameo during the guinea pig reunion there. He was at Jets training camp today with his kids. They got a bunch of autographs from Sauce, Garrett, Justin Fields. Jay Quest is our closer today. Hello, Jay Quest.
What's up, Jake? How you doing, buddy?
How was camp? Give us the breakdown.
It was fun. Compared to last year, I got to say, not a lot of people. A lot of empty seats. Maybe it's Thursday, 8:30 in the morning, I'm thinking. Because I had to wake up. I got home at work at 5, and I had to leave at 5:45 from Long Island just to get there by 7:30. so it took me a while to get there. But no Jets chance. It was kind of weird. The crowd was strange, very quiet crowd. Fields did not look good. I missed the show because I was sleeping. But I don't know. Fields just didn't look good today. I don't know. Just practice, but just missing the guys. Even there was no defense. He was missing guys that were just regular routes. It was strange.
That's what I heard too. It was like he had an off day. Like it was not a good practice for him, but he's had good practices. I guess it just kind of goes with the territory.
Yeah, I felt like Brandon Smith played well, like big physical guy. He looked good today. I don't know if he has a chance to make the team, but I liked what I saw out there for him.
I think he does, based on what I keep reading. I mean, there's really no one other than Garrett and Reynolds that have like solidified spots in this wide receiver room.
Yeah, and then Quincy, man, he's all over the place, bro. I love it. I love, Quincy played great, and I loved it. They did a little one-on-one in the goal line with Sauce and Garrett, and I think I put it on Discord. A bad shot, but Sauce made a great play on defense. But the play before, Garrett cooked him. Even though I can't say cooked him, it was tight coverage, but just Garrett made a great catch in the front corner of the end zone. It was pretty cool to see. But I'm looking forward to Saturday. I'll be there. Yeah.
Are you coming to the practice in the morning too, or are you just going to the meetup?
Both. Yeah, I'm going both.
Awesome. That'll be a great day. I can't wait.
Yeah, man. It was a good time. And shout out to those guys. My son got those autographs. It was pretty cool. He was happy.
We got Field, Sauce, and Garrett.
Yeah.
That's pretty good. I mean, that's like the big three right there.
Yeah. My son's 7, right? And like he doesn't really know a lot about football. I'm not gonna lie and say he does. He's 7, right? So he's like, "Oh, Dad, the Jets." We're watching the practice. Like he's like, "Dad, are the Jets good?" And I was like, "No, they haven't been playing good, but they have new regime in." And he was like, "Oh, it must have been the coaching then, right?" I was like, "Yeah, you're right." So even my 7-year-old knew that Salah sucked balls.
Well, hopefully your 7-year-old doesn't have to go through any pain as he starts to get in football. Maybe the Jets start to win as he's growing up and he has no idea that there's this entire history of just misfortune and pain, right? Imagine being a Chiefs fan if you're like 12 when they got Mahomes. Your whole life, all you know is his greatness.
Yeah. There was actually like a 3-month-old there. It was freaking crazy. Like a little tiny baby. I was like, oh my God, what's going on here? But yeah, dude, I think Saturdays the crowd's gonna be hyping. We got to get maybe you on Nick Shine's shoulder. We got to get more Jet chance because there was like none. And we didn't realize it till like when the practice was over. I was talking to some dude behind me, and I'm like, "Holy fuck!" There was no Jets chance. And like, let's do one. And we did one. And I find grown men asking for autographs fucking weird, bro. It's so weird to me. I don't know. I find there's always kids looking for autographs. There's grown men pushing kids around. I thought I saw Nick Shine pushing some kid on the ground again. Was he there?
Yeah, I mean, look, we know last year. I mean, he threw a kid over the rails. He had Breece Hall's signature, so it doesn't surprise me.
All right, Jake, let me go. I gotta pick up my dinner for my work.
Jake West, you're the man. Call in more. We love your calls.
I'll try, bro. I'll talk to you.
Ladies and gentlemen, the great Jake West checking in. That's awesome that he'll be at our training camp meetup on Saturday. Once again, 12:30 start time, Chef Kevin's place, Cloverleaf Tavern. It's about 30 minutes from the Jet facility. Join us. It's going to be a fun time. We'll have free food, free drinks. I'm going to raffle away some signed Jets items. I'm going to give away some Asmaniac swag to everyone showing up. And the vibes are going to be high. Black Gypsy, speaking of vibes, he's always about good vibes. He has gifted 1 channel membership. Black Gypsy, you are in the Asmaniac raffle for 1. All right. Before we get to the Wayne Corbett raffle here, I'm going to close the voting and officially declare Neal the winner for which Asmaniac is going to get the next Gator curated intro. And it's long overdue for Neal. He kind of has intros. They're short clips. But imagine what Gator could do for a Neal intro. I can't freaking wait, baby. Let's go.
I think that guy I know, right?
Or maybe the intro will feature something along the lines of this. But we know it's going to end with Neal's head exploding.
These goddamn exploding cigars. Like, gotta go, Jake. I'll call back later. Shit.
Yeah, baby. All right. Before we get out of here, we have our Wayne Corbett jersey raffle. What I need right now is about a minute to finish compiling the names and get the Wheel of Champions ready to spin. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to play a short clip. And then after the clip, we are ready to roll. Ladies and gentlemen, how about a little blast from the past? Enjoy. I believe we have the founder of Twitter calling in, Elon Musk. So this should be interesting. Elon?
Hey, Jake. Elon Musk here. Just wanted to let you know that I purchased the New York Jets today. You'll be excited to know that they will now be called the New York X. I decided to make this announcement from V-Man's house as I know how much he loves me. Let's go, X.
What's up? It's killing me. Just sorry, I'm just muttering randomly, but honestly, I don't. Sorry, I am just joking.
Let's go, X.
El burro.
Ladies and gentlemen, Cheats Fan. Now, for those who are unaware, Cheats Fan broke the news to us that he's currently mowing lawns for a living.
I wasn't going to work retail. I worked at Walmart for part-time. I'm not going to be in there when some crazy-ass white person wants to set some shit on fire, and then the guy sets the guy on fire. I wonder why there's a fire truck at Walmart. I'm like, oh, that crazy fucker actually did it.
Bonesy writes in, Jake, I gave Bobby the rights to make decisions on Alden shoes. Maybe Bobby can interview Cheats Fan for me.
It's time for a Bobby job interview.
Are you into shoes at all?
I watched enough of Al Bundy to know about basic shoe stuff, and
Let me measure your chest.
looked into shoe stuff, and my friends would always have the newest pair of Jordans while I was sitting there with $35 Dr. Scholl's, not giving a damn what people said.
Look at me. Do you ever sell anything?
I would convince people like, oh, there's this new card product, go and buy it. Or like, I see you eyeing those plushies. One of their workers would always go open the fire door and light up a joint.
If you worked at Alden's, what would you say to a customer?
Do you need any art support? Would you like to purchase these shoes that are on sale? I wanted to be a Walmart greeter, but nowadays they give that to the elderly.
Right, definitely.
Yeah.
Bobby. Clean the cars, but they asked them, oh, they would do it anyway.
Times when people would, there's times when people would be in the hood.
Cheats Fan, you got the job. Bonesy already wrote in. Cheats Fan, you're hired.
Perfect. But the thing is, as a 13-year-old, I was cleaning cars better than the people who work at the car cleaning places because.
Well, Bobby, excellent job. Thank you for your service.
No problem.
You go back to your lawn chair now, Bobby. What a show, folks. You won't find this anywhere else. Remains true to this day. You will not find this anywhere else. That is certainly for sure. All right. Couple entries came in during the putting together of the names. So Jetstream and Lee Van, you're both entered in the raffle. Thank you both for your continued support. Here's the Wheel of Champions. We ready? I don't need to play a fancy schmancy video. You guys know how this works. The wheel's ready to be spun. All the names are in. They've been shuffled. And all that's left to do is to play dramatic music and give away a signed Cornerback jersey. Good luck to everyone. If you don't win, you're entered in our weekly raffle on Monday for the Namath jersey, Mangle jersey, and DeBrickashaw Ferguson signed football. Again, thanks to the best listeners ever for your continued support. Here we go. One spin. Everybody knows the rules. The winner is Big Country. He won again. He won twice in the same day. Big Country. Bang. How about that? I don't know if it's ever happened. 2 shows, 2 winners, both the same guy. He won a, what he won? First one, he won a Garrett Wilson jersey, and he already had Garrett, so we're sending him Sauce instead. And now he just won a signed jersey by one of the most beloved Jets of all time. What a day for Big Country. Who's got it better than him? Let's go. Big Country. Pretty cool. Shout out to Big Country. Well deserved. You got to be in it to win it, and Big Country's been in it. And he's been winning. He's watching live. He says, no way. You did it, Big Country. Congratulations. I'd say send me your address, but I already have it, so I will get this sent out to you this week. Thank you to everyone for your support. We are back tomorrow. Will Parkinson is going to join us. He was at training camp today, so we'll get his takeaways tomorrow morning on the show. I am in. Oh, hold on. Big Country's on the line. Big Country, you did it.
What's up, bro?
Congratulations.
2 times in one day. Awesome.
I don't think it's ever happened that we had the same winner on the same day twice. That's awesome.
Hey, great things coming too, right?
Congrats, man. That's awesome. We'll get the jersey sent out to you. We'll get the signed jersey sent out to you, too.
All right, brother. Appreciate you.
Ladies and gentlemen, Big Country checking in. Love that. All right, folks. What a way to end it. You guys are the best. Thank you all. I'm on ESPN New York tomorrow from 1 to 3, so we're starting at 9 a.m. tomorrow because I'm in for Michael K. So I am moving up the first show early. We may or may not have a second show, so stay tuned and check the Discord for updates. All right, I'm going to leave you all with a great clip. Thank you all for your support. JETS, 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 Jets. Oh, and one more thing. See you Saturday, Asmaniacs. We're just days away. Let's go.
Breaking sports news just in from the Jake Asman Show. Finally, an uplifting story to bring you. One of Jake's most consistent and professional regular callers, known as Vincent, or V-Man to his friends, has given the critically acclaimed channel exclusive rights to one of the most exciting announcements in the history of this popular show.
V-Man, question for you. How come you haven't signed up for the Patreon yet?
I'm currently saving up money for a tattoo.
I'll cover the first year, right? I'll put up the $60 to get you in the Discord group chat, all right? We need you.
All right, and I'll reveal my tattoo. And when I get my tattoo, I'll first reveal it on your show.
All right, the V-Man tattoo reveal has got to be on Patreon first. Deal?
All right.
All right. You got a deal. There you go. The tattoo reveal.
So brace yourself now for the unveiling of this most epic moment in the history of sports programming.
How do I know this is you right now?
Because Linus is here.
I guess if the V-Man imposter gets a dog, then we'll definitely not be able to tell you two apart.
You want me to give you those senoritas your phone number?
I'm going to pass on that, V-Man, but thank you. Let's go to V-Man. V-Man, you're up next. What do you got for us, V-Man?
Adios, amigos. Jake, I have a surprise for you. I got my tattoo. But I wanted to say hi to Linus first. Hi, Linus.
Oh, my God.
Hi, Jake. Hi, Jake. Linus, just a good boy. Oh, wait, before I show you my tattoo, that senorita I was telling you about, Esmeralda, she's pretty.
Oh, my God.
You're going to like her, man. She's my cousin. I've only been with her twice, but she's okay.
Oh, my God.
Esmeralda, but she likes you, Jake. Okay, I want to show you my tattoo. You ready?
Oh, no. I don't think we need that, V-Man.
Grandpa, don't look.
Oh, no.
You like it, Jake?
You're sick, V-Man. Oh, my God.
You like
I can't. Oh, my God. And he had the fake V-Man like Hector from Breaking Bad in the background there. Good Lord. What are you doing?
Nothing.
I can't. I don't know if we could top that one, folks. I mean, wow. He had a tattoo of it. That is just unbelievable. That is unreal. That is freaking unreal.
Bim boom boom bim boom bim boom 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 ba bim boom ba bim boom ba bim boom boom bim boom bim boom boom ba.
Hey, here's the deal. Just got no chance unless you click on that like button. And you got to make sure you subscribe to the Jake Asman Show. You don't, you can get the f*** out. Now let's go, Asmaniacs. We're built for this shit.